Hello.
Hey! Oh,
Is that the guy when the shoe came off?
like everything that I could, even if you break my arm or you carry me off, that's literally my mindset at that time. So,
And I'll see you on the next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Oh, where arm wrestling matters. Boom!
This is Inside.
Ooh, to team. It's been a while, Fano, but we are back. We had the girls looking after the scenes last week. But yeah, we are back. And tonight's a special night. We got a couple duo all the way from across the ditch. We have Andy and Nettie from Savage Hitters. Welcome, team.
thank you.
Oh, good. Usually, how we used to kick it off, we do a little icebreaker, highs and lows about our journeys in the arm wrestling scene. So let's kick it off with Ben. Ben, it's been a while since we've heard from you, bro. So kick it off, and then Andy, and then Nitty can follow after.
Yeah, all good. Okay, my name's Ben Tahini. I'm from the Wellington Arm Wrestling Club in Te-Whanganui-a-Tara. I've been arm wrestling for about seven years, and highs and lows. Is seeing how much the clubs have grown and being a part of the New Zealand sector for arm wrestling and collabing and stuff like that. It's been amazing, especially being a part of collabing with Auckland Femme and being able to arm wrestling with those boys as well. It's been quite a high for me.
Wrong.
And also, oh.
Sorry, click the one button.
And what's a recent high? Like a quite a recent high is, we've had all our competitions that we've had in New Zealand. We've had about 3 tournaments and top 8 events that have happened that we had in Auckland. Then we did a collaboration with the Manawatu sector, and then we also went up to Auckland Champs. So we've been quite consistent and busy. So it's been quite a high. And now, because we've done that, we've had more clubs from New Zealand come down to visit the Wellington Club. So it's been quite a good high. Lows, go through injury, but learning how to understand to look after myself a bit more and to look at the benefits there. So it's not always easy. So it does bring you down because you're like, can't hit my numbers, can't do much, but I find it useful at the same time. As instead of always being on that low, I can always like speak to other people who've had something similar. So just pick me up from that low. So yeah, that's been me. I can rabble on for about another 2 hours, but I don't want to do that. I want to share the table with everyone else. But those have been my highs and lows. I'm wrestling.
Alrighty, let's move it down to Andy.
What was the question? So it was highs and lows. I think it was.
Yeah, anything about your arm wrestling journey. So,
I guess the highs is meeting so many different people. Especially when you start to travel out a bit more, like meeting you guys from New Zealand and meeting the guys from up north, the guys from down south as well, and then like I think just connecting with people. Like I think a lot of people don't realize, like someone like Mate, like he looks really scary, and then you meet him and he's exactly like us.
Yeah.
You can when you speak to him, you can barely hear the bloke. So, and
Nice.
I suppose I don't have many lows. Yeah, so a lot of highs.
Yeah.
Nice. And then on to Nitty.
Highs and lows for arm wrestling. I think like definitely a high was versing Ashley when she came down here to I think it was New Zealand versus Australia and getting a win on her on my ride. That was I think for me a massive thing just because we versed each other last year and over the top. And I think she got me pushing myself a lot more. I think if I didn't lose, I feel like, yeah, I don't think I would have been able to push myself as much as I did. And I think for myself, I was like, yeah, after versing her and then being able to get that, it's definitely a massive high. Just because obviously Ashley is a powerhouse, like on all levels. And so, yeah, just being able to have the privilege to verse her and be able to, you know, verse someone of that caliber is, yeah,
Nice.
really cool. And then a low, I don't really have a low. I think most of my arm wrestling journey has been learning more about myself as an athlete, but also just like being able to connect with people. So, no lows, just good highs.
Awesome. Highs and lows for me is I think I will be meeting Andy. I think that was back when I first met Andy. I think it was back at East vs West qualifiers, and him and the Savage Hitters team. And then also another high will be now seeing his. You guys partners, correct? Couples? Yes. Now his partners are involved now from ever since then, which is good to see. So that's another growth.
Awesome.
And then lows for me will probably be the expensive entry fees at all the comps these days. So lower your entry fees, guys.
Those ones.
Yo,
For the
these
ones
ones
who
say
travel.
make it only be $20, bro. All right. On to you, Ben. You can start throwing out the questions.
We just got a comment from Malia saying, "Hi, sis."
Hi!
Yeah. Actually, I think it was Malia who reached out to Andy and Neti to jump on the podcast. So thank you, Malia, for doing that for us. And it's a good opportunity to see what it's like to be a couple and arm wrestle. So that's the whole thing is going to be tonight. So
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Malia. Appreciate it. Because Charles didn't tell me. Yeah, no, I think that's amazing. It's it is definitely our first couple that we've ever had on our podcast.
yeah,
I can't even think of anyone else who's a couple in arm wrestling besides Jody, Lorette, Devin, Michael Todd, and his wife. It's not many, so yeah, it's a interesting dynamic. I'll be interested to learn more about your guys, both of you, and what your journey in that was. But anyway, we'll start with you, Andy. Are you able to give a quick introduction to yourself? How long you've been in arm wrestling? What got you into it? And what club you're a part of? So you want
Yeah,
to
so
give a bit of insight.
yeah, thank you. So Nettie and I both were part of Savage Hitters in Sydney, Australia. I've been doing it for about 3 years now, so fairly new. Like if you compare it to someone like Charles or so I think my tendons are just starting to get used to the discomfort. So yeah, I'm not that interesting, to be honest.
wait, everyone's interesting.
I mean, I can really put down a double cheese Whopper. I'm probably better at that than I am arm wrestling. So
I accept that challenge.
you're going to be second place.
So what have you been doing for like your recovery? especially if you're quite new to arm wrestling?
Nothing really. I'm not very smart when it comes to recovery.
Mm.
I think as long as I don't just rest completely, just keep some blood going through there. But if I'm being honest, I don't train. I don't train any specifics. I literally just do table time, and that's about it. It's not wise, but yeah. I suppose I just want to keep it nice and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
What got you into arm wrestling?
My little brother. So obviously, all of us has been arm wrestling on the dinner tables and everything like that. But the club that we're part of now, he seen it online, but he wanted to go in, but he was too scared to go in by himself. So I went in with him. Yeah, because at the time I was just in the gym lifting weights, trying to be a power lifter or something like that.
Right.
And so yeah, you go in, you get smashed by small dudes, and then the following week you can't bench anything. So I think I just had to sacrifice one of those, and powerlifting had to go at the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know how to say this, but we got another comment there from I'm gonna call it Lydia, I think. Lydia Reese. Yo, big fan. Yo, big fan.
Hi, Lydia.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, Nitty's got a lot of fans after being number what one in Oceanic now.
I don't know, something like that.
We'll just move on to you now. Where's your? Here we go. This Nettie. That's all it says on there.
Yeah, that's all. That's what I am.
Okay. Well, we'll go with you, Nettie. So yeah, are you able to give you Steph a quick introduction for everyone? How long you've been into arm wrestling? And yeah, give a little story.
I've been in arm wrestling for probably less than 2 years, so I feel like I'm a relatively new arm wrestler. Um,
Damn.
yeah, I haven't arm wrestled for very long. I initially started out powerlifting, and then um, it's like a weird way I got into arm wrestling. It was a combination of like supporting a friend who was also part of our club, and then like he passed away for mental health reasons, and in solidarity to support her, I was like, oh, like I'll jump on and like I'll arm wrestle, even though like I had no idea what it was, and then obviously being part of the club was a massive thing. So then I met Andy, and then um, he threw me into an amateur comp one day, didn't tell me, just threw me into an amateur comp, said, you'll be right. Like, had no idea about the rules or anything like that. Like, because they were live streaming it, you can literally see me asking the ref how to set up and how to do things.
Damn.
So it was like learning on the go.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And then it was not just the females right hand um, comp, it was also the males. So it was just like, yeah, threw me in there, how to go, and won, and then just ended up
Wow.
continuing, and yeah,
Got a
Yeah.
soft for arm wrestling since then. That's insane. So you literally got on there. You didn't
yeah,
know what you were doing, and you just learnt on the way and took the
yeah,
advice that you got.
yeah. I was in Newcastle. We have a Newcastle um, arm wrestling club. They were running an amateur comp, and I went there to support Andy as like a fan, and like yell
Nice.
out and be supportive. But in the process of it, he like sneezed around the back and put my name in there.
Yeah, I didn't tell her at all that I put her in. And in the live stream, just before, like maybe 10 minutes before the women's division started, you can see
Right.
us in the back, and I'm just do this, and then just fall backwards or fall sideways or do something. Just get to the pin pad. And then I suppose it worked. All that Tongan horsepower, eh?
That's insane. And did you win like any medals or any type of awards that day for amateurs division?
Um, I can't remember. All I know is I took out first in right hand, the women's right, which was really good because they had like national, um, like people that have been ranked in not like the national scene there.
Yeah. More experience and all that. Nice.
Yeah. I didn't go in there to win. I literally just went in there because I just wanted to have fun. Um, but I'm the type of person that won't back down to anything. So I'm just gonna, yeah, give anything a hot go. So yeah.
Awesome. Yes, you had the courage there. Like, man, I was about to walk away from my first nationals. I seen the environment and seeing how intense it was. And I played rugby most of my life at touch. And I wanted to turn away.
Yeah.
And look, you went ahead and you won it. You we got a comment there from the beast himself, Te-Whanganui-a-Tara.
Oh wow.
He's
Yeah.
like, oosh, the savage hitters.
Oh, Matsurangi. Kia ora. Hopefully we see you next one.
Yeah. I think we'll be seeing Mate next week. I think he'll be coming over, and I messaged him. I said, when you come over, I'm going to show you some chop suey and some lamb buns, some raw fish. Because he mentioned it to me last time he was here. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just craving island food." And I go, "What are you doing with these guys?" And yeah, but he was here for an event. So
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if he hasn't got anyone to pick him up. I'll go pick him up myself. We'll go straight to the island store.
Nice.
Yeah, that's us, Charles. We got another comment from who was that? Was that Musty? Charles? No, Musty.
Mussy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the right 676 Tongan flag hour.
Gotta rep that MMT. Thanks, Moxie.
685.
What's the 685 represent?
Samoa. Nice.
Okay, we'll just actually what I'd like to get into is your match with Ashley, Manny. I remember watching that, but I didn't meet you then, and I actually thought you were part of it. I actually thought you were being a part of arm wrestling for years since you're going up against Ashley. I was actually quite surprised about that. Do you want to talk about the match that you had with her? We'll start with the winning arm, eh? How about we go with the right arm
Yeah.
and talk us through that?
Yeah, I usually only compete on my right, just because my left is not as strong. But I think yeah, it was hard. Like Ashley is yeah, she's super strong, super fast, like obviously has like all the the talents that all the skills that is it was really a hard match, and I was super nervous just because I actually trained up for it.
Nice.
I was very intentional with it, only just because I think after I lost on my right to her last year, I because I haven't been arm wrestling for that long, I didn't understand why. And so I think I was just trying to train up to build my table IQ to kind of learn how to do different positions, how to retaliate, or how to do different things. Just because I feel like I'm still learning, and it's been really helpful because we had Jocelyn. I think she's competed as she one of the top arm wrestlers in Canada. She's on
East versus West and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see her in a few videos.
Yeah, she's she was down here for a bit just to travel, and just being able to grip up with her and just all the valuable experience and just confidence, because I think obviously because I'm still relatively new, I'm still learning, and I think but even as a like even if you're learning, you still want to put your best foot forward. Like if I'm gonna go against Ashley, I'm not gonna like give her a half-assed job. I'm gonna give her 100% because that's what she deserves. You know, she's of that caliber. So I knew I had to come in like ready to go. And it's just by convenience that we had someone that was of that caliber to come down like prior to it happening and like give the tips and like provide some sense of like being able to really push yourself. So I think that was really really helpful prior to um like the match in itself.
Mm.
That's quite interesting because I was going to ask you about that, what your preparation looked like before Ashley. And it's cool to know that you were intentional, and especially being into your second year of arm wrestling, that's quite hard to do this to gather all the techniques, especially the technical side of arm wrestling. It can be overwhelming, and that would have been a good bonus having Jocelyn over and having someone at her caliber, especially at that strength range, right?
Yeah.
That what was that like? Feeling like her power, her I don't know, just her hot aura and everything like that.
Oh, it was amazing. She was really like she was not training at the time.
Mm.
She was only here to like travel because she loves traveling. Um, but yeah, oh, I was so blessed. I think that um, she's able to like. I think a lot of people give you a lot of ideas about how you should arm wrestle. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many people that will like, and I'm grateful for that because I think it really helps. But it's also very confusing when you're starting as well. One
Yeah.
person will tell you do this, and another person says don't do that, or your footing's different, or you should do this, or stay in your lane, kind of thing. But I think because Jocelyn is like her role outside of arm wrestling, she's done like teaching. And I think her ability to just tell me to do two things, like, just be able to have like height, and then be like, yeah, um, and like not overcomplicate things actually was beneficial. I think sometimes when
Wow.
so many people and like different experiences as well. Like I'm always going to be willing to be open to listen, but I think just too much information when you're still learning can be really difficult to be receptive to all those things. I think she just put it down to two things: just do this and that, and then you'll be right. And I think that was that was really helpful. And she's a female. I think that was
Yeah.
also another perspective because a lot of advice I was getting from men, and like obviously men and women have different things, but I think she was able to kind of shine a light on more of like the female perspective.
Right.
So yeah, it was amazing.
How did you concentrate on the table? Like I know you were just explaining to us that she taught you two things, but
Yeah,
obviously she was an amazing teacher. She's had a background in teaching, and she
yeah.
could transfer that onto teaching and arm wrestling, which was obvious. But how did you how did you manage to not get too caught up in all the chatter in your head? And obviously, you've got all the people around you watching you. How did you keep yourself grounded? What kept you focused on the table? Like, what was going through your mind when you were gripping up with Ashley that first round?
Uh, like a lot of nerves. Like I was super anxious. Um, I've done a lot of sports prior to arm wrestling, and
Yeah,
I think for my own self, like even though like arm wrestling is a combative sport where you're versing someone else, like the biggest thing is like I'm versing my own self. So I don't like as much as I'm like ready to like rock with the person that I'm arm wrestling with. It's like my own person that I have to really stay in control of. Because I'm not like I feel like from my perspective, no one should be able to rattle me. Like I should show up every time, no matter what time of the day is, and give it 100%. And so I think for me that was what I really like focused on in order to not get really because you have a crowd, you have a lot of people screaming, like everything's going in your head. You're thinking about like how do I go? Like yeah. I think just being able to like stay in your own head to be able to kind of um, yeah, like I think it's just for me like more of a like stay in your own head, like this is your own game kind of thing.
hmm so that helped you to not get too distracted, was keeping 100% focused, knowing what was important in those very moments, I guess, on the table.
Yeah.
Did you and Ashley go into the straps straight away, or did you slip? Did you slip first? I can't remember
Um,
when.
I think on my left, I went straight into a strap twice, even though I lost. Um, I gave it my best. Like I tried my best, and like the only time my left can ever do anything is in a strap, so I just kept asking for a strap, and I completely got obliterated. And I was like, yeah, that's yeah. It inspired me to like work on my
Yeah,
left. So now I don't like. I used to always focus on my right, but after that match, I've like dedicated more time to like actually evening it out instead of focusing on
yeah.
my right. But I think on the right we slipped, or there was a slip, and then we went into straps, and then that was like I think I'm not sure if I'm going to be honest, but I know we did go straps quite a few times, and then yeah, then it
Do you, do you
was
prefer arm wrestling in the straps? Are you
yeah,
happy doing either?
yeah. I think I prefer the straps. I feel like I'm stronger in the strap for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm the same. I definitely like the strap, but just something feels off about not having the strap around me.
yeah.
Um,
There's a lot more. I feel like I feel more in control. Like I feel like my back really is a very strong muscle, and it just helps like get it get it to the pad.
Is that from your powerlifting background? Like doing did you do deadlifts?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm very amateur power lifter at
Oh,
that.
an amateur powerlifter who can pin Ashley. What?
Like, yeah, I'm a very I would say amateur. I've only competed in amateur comps. Uh,
Damn.
but yeah, I think my deadlifts. I power lift without a belt, so I haven't used the
Yeah.
belt yet, and so I think yeah, I don't know. I think I'm still moving my way into these different sports and being able to put my best foot forward.
nice. Um, I've got a question from Stormbreaker for Andy. Question for Andy: entering a comp together when you see Netty win, do you feel the stress to win at the end? Asking for a friend.
Um, I don't. Obviously, you want to win, but like every match that I've gone into, the mindset was always to break the other person. Like I could grip up with Mate, and it'd be the same mindset. Now the reality is he'd throw me across the table and then back to where I came from. But I think a lot of arm wrestling is mentality, how you approach the
Mm,
table. It's before you even touch palms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the
yeah.
training's still going to be training. You know, you're going to be like, I don't know. I haven't trained properly in arm wrestling, but obviously in powerlifting, there's a strength. So there's different phases of strength. There's peak, there's a taper, and there's also a deload. And
Yep.
so I
Mm.
kind of just try to implement that, particularly when it came to Nettie's match with her recent match with
Ashley.
Ashley. So we sort of implemented that, and it worked out. Um,
Mm. But
winning,
you also had a super match too. It was against Phoenix, right?
yeah,
Was it
Phoenix.
Phoenix on the right? And
Ah, it was you.
you just won that one, did you? Or was it the
Yeah,
first match?
that was probably my best match of whatever this my arm wrestling career. Only because
Wow.
it was really it was even. Like I remember that match, like because he does a lot of like labor jobs, and so there's something to be said about someone's hand when you touch it, and it feels like you're touching a baseball mitt. And so
Mm.
it's because I got soft little hand, like keyboard hands. You know what I mean? Like I got no
Cable
calluses,
heads.
little keyboard hands.
Yeah.
So it's like you touch like a real man's hands. You're like, oh well, we're in trouble here.
Mm.
Yeah, but that was a good match. Like I remember I don't know if he but it got to a point where we were in a strap and we were so tired that we just let the wrists hold onto it and we were both just double kings like that. And it was just like a gentleman's agreement. We're like, oh, we'll rest for a bit and then we'll go again.
Yeah.
And then I think I
Nice.
just got tired and elbow fouled.
Mm.
But
Did
I
you win
only,
left-handed?
left. We didn't have a match left-handed, so he
Oh,
had a
so
match
just
with
right.
another. Yeah, he had a match with another. So another guy from Sydney Spartans.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
But at the end of the night, the duo couples both came out with a win. What was the ride like when you guys were driving home after their competition? Were you like looking at each other, we did it?
Yeah, I think it's always good, especially like as a couple, to sort of go away with a double win, because most of the
Yeah.
competitions we go to, I'm just holding her trophies. You know what I mean? So
I got a win too.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Oh, I had a thought as well. Like with because we're talking about Jocelyn, but we also had, like, alongside Jocelyn, at different times we had Chetna, who was the number one overall in India. So she came over as well, and we got to pick her brain. She was with
Oh yeah.
Ryan. She was with Ryan Bowen. So they came over. We got to pick their brain. We spent a little bit of time with them and got to know them as people. Like, because I'm not really too like deep into arm wrestling athletes, and so
Interesting.
like, so I just seen Ryan Bowen, and I have no issues with him because I met him as the guy that was just sitting next to me in a Corolla, and that's the Ryan Bowen I know, which is,
Oh,
I don't
nice.
know. So, and then we had Ireland's number one female come over as well, and she trained with us for a day.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What was her
crazy.
name?
Tara Lidget.
Mm. So were all those athletes just stopping by? Were they?
Yeah, so they just so happened to be in the country, and then they'd message like Sydney Spartans, because
Yeah.
they're a bigger club, and then they're just like, can you guys host them? It's like, yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
so everyone that we've come in contact with, we just try and take something away from it.
Mm.
Mm.
Now I can see why you guys' levels are just going up and up and
Going
up and
up.
up.
So
What's the
definitely.
next big thing for you as couples? What's your next big event coming up?
Next big event. So we've actually been bombarded with a few events, because we also, alongside arm wrestling, because you guys would probably know this, but the sort of the men's mental health,
Oh,
things like
I've been
that.
seeing a lot of that. Australia promoting mental health and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
so, like, just being out in the community, like, initially it was just to go out to try and recruit more islanders, and then we ended up like linking up with different people, like solicitors, lawyers, psychiatrists, business owners, school principals, which they want us in the school. That particular school, the principal was like, "Yeah, we'd love for you guys to come through."
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
And then,
sorry, Andy, but
yep.
just as like a Pacific, like as a Pacific arm wrestling club, to be able to shine light on the club in itself, but also like for our people as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that came from, because we actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but we managed to, it was hard, but we managed to get into the juvie. So we done like a 4-week program. We got to obviously showcase our sport. And yeah, just like kids in there, and just the metaphoric bringing it to the table. And like what other sport are you going to be touching hands with like a literal stranger? You know what I mean? Because like no one's, unless you're shaking someone's hand, you're not going to go up and touch them.
Yeah.
So just that physical connection, and then obviously the spiritual connection with a lot of them.
Mm. That's crazy.
Damn, that's deep.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I think something that I think hold really high, like just as a relationship, but also like in arm wrestling, it's more than arm wrestling. Like we're athletes that compete in arm wrestling, but if we can provide a space where we can actually have really intentional conversations with the
yeah.
Pacific community, the arm wrestling community, um, then that's what we're about. And I think that's something that I think I've like really like. There's some moments in my life where I'm like, oh, like, am I gonna do arm wrestling forever? Like, I enjoy it. It's a way to bond with my partner. But I think what keeps me here is actually the connections that I've built on this journey of arm wrestling. And so I think, I feel like it's a lot deeper. And I think because me and Andy, we're like the main people that kind of are doing the Savage Hitters Club at the moment. I think we are moving into that space where it's more than arm wrestling for us. Like we compete and we learn about like the different ways that you can do those things. But I think there's a lot more that we can do in this space, and we're hoping to accomplish that.
It's inspiring, man, and it's a huge thing too, in New Zealand, mental health, and to hear you and your partner doing that in Australia, it's amazing. Uh, it's interesting too, because is it like a mental health week or something like that in Australia, or was that just something that came up with the club that you were going to promote?
I think it was something that was a seed, and it just slowly grew. Like the more you start connecting with particular people, and then learning about their background, you're like, "Whoa, I didn't even know that." And these are people that you see almost weekly. You know what I mean? And you find out something new about them. Like, I think it's just like as men, just making the effort to talk about it. We all have it in here. Like we're all experts at bottling things in and just letting it loose somewhere. We have like a vice or whatever it is, and then talking about it. I think it's really important because, like, just a bit of context. Like one of our brothers, so the club was started by a local boy as well, so Rickson Pettibon and Christian, who is how Nettie and I sort of so he was kind of the catalyst. He was like the link. So when he passed away from just mental ill, the things that he was going through, and mind you, we saw this guy almost every week, and then he was the happiest guy, friendliest guy, absolute animal on the table, like he was up there. And then just to have him, not be with us anymore, I think it was very sad. Because like outwardly he was the best guy. Like you come into training to be like, oh, you're getting better, man, you're strong, you know. And I just thought, and I guess just Nettie and I speaking like in our private lives as well about sort of mental health and all of that. Because obviously you hear mental health and you're like, what does that mean? It's like what you talk about your feelings and all of that stuff. But I'm slowly coming around to it. My little ape brain doesn't really, it can only take in so much. And I think just understanding more and educating yourself, and then you learn how to also speak with other men. So
No, damn. Like what you guys are doing in Australia anyway, preparing the mental to health awareness. But like you said, for men, it is we do bottle things in. We don't like to let it out and share with others. So good advice, guys, is just let it out. Go find someone to talk to. Like I said, in my club, we always talk to each other. If one of the guys aren't chatting in our group chat and our group thing, we always message them personally and just say, "Hey, you all good, bro?" We just check on them. If you don't hear from them for a while, just send them a quick message and just say, "Hey, you all good?" So and it takes that message just to help someone out. So
I think sometimes that's all you need. For a lot of people, it can seem lonely, and then someone can text you saying, "Hey, man, I've been thinking about you. Is everything all good?" So
yeah, for sure.
And it's free, and it's like you literally just use your fingers. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's a good reminder. It's definitely a good reminder, especially for myself and others in the community. It's just to have awareness around things, because sometimes we all just get caught up, or particularly myself, I'll get just caught up in life, and I do everything in my power to think of someone that I haven't seen for a while, and I'll just reach out. Or they do not come, so I'm missing them. They're like, "Bro, you're always calling me." It's to that point. I was like, bro, because it's just me, whether you're at arm wrestling or not. I'm still gonna check in, even if you're not arm wrestling, it's still part of the club. Well, so and also I remember Charles doing one last year. You did like a mental health Q&A, and there was an introduction for each arm wrestler. And I seen one, the last person I did see you do a Q&A and introduction to was Woods.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I remember you're
Yeah,
doing that with
I think that was like November or something we were doing. We thought, well, so yeah, get every my members to shave their beard off and then share a little something of what they thought, what mental awareness and how they could, or give them advice and stuff like that. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's it's an interesting one because I just learned recently for one of my courses that I'm going to is learning a value of a dyadic relationship. It's basically someone you can have a safe dialogue with, and it's been an important one that I've learned this year. So basically with people that you trust. So I do hope the people who are listening can find someone that they can confide in and have that dialogue with in a safe space. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. It's deep as.
Yeah, it's
And
only deep
and
because we don't talk about
Yeah.
it that often. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
No, I love it. Love it.
And then it gets you to that awkwardness because I got into that awkwardness state when you started bringing it up. I was like, oh, but it's just part of it, I guess. Yeah, like you said, that's a hard thing to talk about and what to say at the right time. So weaknesses, rather.
We just got a comment there from Kieran. I'll pop that one up because Kieran Nilio from the Wellington Arm Wrestling Club, coordinator. Uh, he says, and realizing that opening up about your mental health state is not a sign of what I think he's
It's
meant to
meant to
say
be weakness, but I think it
weakness. Yeah.
autocorrected and read weekend.
Yeah, because I think like when you're sharing the table with someone, you unconsciously are unloading. Like you unconsciously like, how are you going, and then if you're training more than once a week, you build such a strong bond with people. I know for like Rickson, and like 'cause he was the one that was running arm wrestling in his like at his house. Um, there was like such a strong relationship that we were able to build with so many different people from all walks of life. Like we have a member, Martin, who's much like, he's much older, yet we can be able to kind of sit and, you know, be able to talk about what's happening with his nephew and like all the things that he wants to accomplish for himself. And he brings his grandson sometimes. And like, I think,
Wow.
it's just like a different way to really like connect with people from all different walks of life, all different ages, wherever you come from. Because you're naturally just doing something like you're just naturally arm wrestling or holding someone's hand, and being able to connect on that level.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, do you want to read this one up, Ben?
Yeah. Lydia Sasai, what advice would you give to young people who are interested in arm wrestling? What about your club specifically would be appealing to them?
The question: what advice would you give to a young person who is interested in arm wrestling? I think just give it a try. I think, but not just arm wrestling, everything else. While you're young, give it a try. If you don't like it, you can sort of push it aside and try something else. You don't want to get towards the end of your life and be like, oh, you know what? I wish I could have tried that. A bunch of what ifs, should have. Try it. If you don't like it, then you can just move on. And if you do, then you can just stick around, meet new people. And if you don't like the people, you can leave.
Yeah. I've noticed that all the arm wrestling community, it's all lovable people. I don't think you can ever hate anyone. Like I said, for me, and my club is training days. So we train like Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, so 3 times a week.
Wow.
And I think it's just a time. It's not just for training, but it's that time just to get away from reality of life, where we all come together and like you said, we group up and we talk about stuff and how they're doing. But I feel like sometimes when I say, "Hey guys, I'm gonna cancel training," all of them do that. Hey, why? It's like their time to get away. So sort of like it's a safe spot for men and women. So yeah, it's good to have that. And then I got a comment from my wife. You mean to get away from your kids, which is true.
I'm gonna bring mine tomorrow. So we got Charles and some of the boys coming down, traveling up from Auckland down to Wellington tomorrow. So we're having a special visit there. And my partner's like, "Yeah, make sure you take your son out tomorrow morning." Oh yeah, okay. I'll be taking him out. Kieran will be taking his kid out, so it's gonna be a good blast. But no, I'm loving the mental health vibe and what you're doing. It's definitely being a part of my journey. Charles has seen a little bit of my ups and downs, and especially coming into the introduction of arm wrestling. I should be a part of the Brothers in Arms Arm Wrestling Club in Waikato. And yeah, Mate Iwarangi was a big advocate. He was also a mentor, and he would give a lot of good advice too, especially around mental health. So that's one of my journeys that I went through, and something I'm still learning throughout the way. And it's cool to see other people too who are going through it. Like you said, when you're on the table, they're unconsciously unloading. And another thing that you said as well, Natty, was that you're arm wrestling yourself at the end of the day. But you're predominantly arm wrestling yourself and who you're pulling with and who you're holding hands with. It was actually someone from the Brothers in Arms Club who mentioned that to me, a really good friend. And he goes, at the end of the day, you're always arm wrestling yourself. So that's your biggest learner on the table. And it was such a big takeaway that. So it was interesting that you said that in the beginning of our conversation. Just going on the other end, I'm just going to flip the subject over to your match.
Wait, one second. Can I say something first? Just from Savage Stallion Arm Wrestling Club, they said, "Hey, would you Savage Hitters be keen to verse us to see who's the best Savage Clubbers?"
These guys.
I think you guys need us to settle that score, so hopefully we'll see that in the near future. The two Savage clubs taking it out: Savage NZ versus Savage AU.
Yeah, Savage NZ second place looks fantastic on them. I will train specifically just for that match.
I'd love to referee that match. Whereabouts is your club? Is it Sydney, right? Sydney.
Yeah.
Are you south, east, west, north?
Southwest of New South Wales.
Interesting. And so where's Sydney Spartans from where you are?
So they're more up inner west.
In the west.
So I don't know if people know, like sort of Parramatta area.
Yeah.
Fancy, I don't know. Yeah. But if you're cool, you're from the southwest, obviously.
Mate, what he says, he takes his kids everywhere with him. So there you go, it's my little motivator there.
Yeah. Actually, I used to take my daughters everywhere I went. When they were little, but now they're all grown up. They're like, "Yeah, no, I'll stay home." Like, yeah, we're going training. No, it's a little bit. No, I just want to stay home. Like, oh.
Yeah, we've been fortunate to sort of spend a little bit of time with Mate, and he's actually a big softie. Like we were there over the top, and as soon as he got off stage, he was on the phone to his daughter. You know what I mean? It was so cute. I was like, there's this big, and then when he came the other time, he was just after everything, he'd call his daughter, you know, and he'd be sitting there talking to his daughter on the phone. It was actually very cute.
Nice.
Is there anyone on your list, Maddie, that you like to pull in the upcoming matches or tournaments that you'll be participating in anytime soon? Anyone on your radar that you're looking to pull?
Not really, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm pretty open. We were gonna go to, I think there was like a AWE,
Ooh.
like, what was it?
So it's called T Series. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it, but apparently the big event is in San Diego, and I think the overall winner, they'll pay for the flights and accommodation in America, and then every winner from each
Dang.
class, they'll pay for 2 nights accommodation. So, and the prize money is massive. Like I think in total it's like $280,000 American.
What the hell?
Yeah. And I think it's
$280,000.
and up to 8th place is you get paid up to 8th place.
That's a lot of money. 280. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you say 280,000?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, or it might be 280 US dollars. I don't know, Australian dollars, but it's a lot of money.
Especially with the American dollar.
But yeah, I was keen to like verse any females that were gonna go there, but I think the pool was pretty small. And so like I'm pretty keen for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be keen on having a rematch with Ashley?
Yeah.
Would you do a right and left again? Would you do that again as a, I don't know,
Yeah.
exhibition or just a special match to have? Have that
Yeah.
rivalry between you two?
Yeah. I mean, Ashley's my girl. Like, I also like, but it's good. Like, I think, unconsciously, she brings out a better, like, my competitive side out. And I think that's a really good thing because, it just brings out like good arm wrestling or like your best type of skill set, I guess. But yeah, I'd be keen to run it back. I think I definitely want to make sure that like she's in the condition because I know her right arm is not like wants to be. So I definitely want her at her best. And hopefully I'll get my left to where I can, you know, do something. That's just like to any like I haven't really gone to New Zealand to like verse anyone else. So I'm hoping if anyone can teach me more of like how to get better, I think that's the hope.
Someone commented, would Nettie go to WAF Worlds? Is that in India?
Yeah, that's the Worlds. I think it's in October.
Yeah. Are you thinking of, or are you guys going as a couple?
I really want to. I'm just waiting for Andy to say yes.
Yeah, that's it. Andy's looking away. He's like, I don't want to do it every time.
Damn it.
I think it'd be really good to kind of like really see the different levels because I know there's levels to this. So being humbled again would be great.
Yeah.
And yes, we finally got a comment from Ashley. 2027. Let's run it back, sis.
Yeah.
Let's give it a year.
Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be good for sure.
Yeah,
Will it be in New
Ashley
Zealand?
comes from a
powerlifting.
Yeah, Ashley comes from a powerlifting background as well, eh?
I think so. Yeah. And I think she was a gymnastics too.
Yeah.
Gymnastics sounds like
So yeah.
Overall based.
I actually caught up with her. It was a surprise actually. We're at our Lower North Island Manawatu arm wrestling tournament. And we had about 5 different clubs down there. and uh, I was like looking around. I'm like, what's that Ashley nice? What's Ashley? What's she doing down there? And it was such a good buzz, eh? And right after the tournament was finished, and she wanted a pull. I was like, "What about your right hand?" And she explained to me that her right hand was injured, and I pulled both hands, and she absolutely annihilated me on the left.
It's
She just
it's
threw
it's
it back
crazy.
home.
it's
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane.
I know what you felt, but I didn't get a ready go. I got a soft ready go.
It's just so quick.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of excuses there, bud.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what Charles said.
yeah. I think Ben said he walked out of that pub in a miniskirt.
What the-
And a handbag,
Yeah, shut
apparently.
your ass up, man. So, do you have any plans, Andy, to come to New Zealand anytime?
Oh man,
Next?
I'd love to come to New Zealand, like, just as a holiday. Because the last time I was there was 2004.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Sheesh.
So it's been a minute.
Do you have family in New Zealand or no?
I think they've all sort of like jumped on the boat and made themselves here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
my
blame
nan
them.
lived there. I suppose like extended family, but I'm not too close with them. But I just know my nan lived in Mount Roskill.
Yes, yep.
So yeah, and that's all and she had a plum tree. And that's all I remember.
We've got a question here from Benji Puidi. He's do you want to read that one out, Charles?
Do you prefer super matches or tournament settings? Either you can answer that.
I think if you're going for if it's for a ranking, I think super match will probably be the best thing to sort of get an outcome.
Yeah.
But I like both. I enjoy tournament because you're literally, you don't know who's next until you see it on there, and so I suppose I like the little. I just like not knowing who the next person is.
Fair enough.
But I also love super matches. Like I love super matches as well. Like if anyone wants a super match, I'm keen.
Like I said, we are looking for another club for internationals next year, so we could be hitting up. You might be receiving a message from me soon, Andy.
We'll have to get all the boys together again.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, if it's gonna make your boys come back to the club and train just for that one tournament, G,
why not?
Let's do it. You know what I mean?
I might just like get my brothers to all do it because, like, I'm the small one out of all my brothers. I'm the shortest. I'm the smallest. I'm the weakest.
So you got the short end of the straw then.
But I'm.
You'll be the strongest. I bet you're the strongest.
Hey, no, I'm not. Like my little brother that actually wanted to start arm wrestling first. We'll get on the table right now, and he'll just run through me right-handed.
Oh wow!
Like his hand, I dare say it'd probably be the same as Matarangi's hand, with the differences just being Matarangi's thumb is probably just much bigger. But in terms of thickness and length, it feels exactly the same.
Oh shoot! And he doesn't compete.
No, he competed once, but he's not too interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's big. And then I got like all my other brothers. They're all like the other two are just they're good at left hand.
Damn, that's a shame because we're only a right hand club.
He's almost convinced me with that. Like you said, Natty, I had to concentrate on my left because this guy up here was like influeing me. We're only right-handed, only right matters. I've been concentrating on my left and I got a damn bruise. I've been trying. I definitely have been trying. It's just different levels, but yeah, there's a lot to work on there compared to the right.
Savage says, "How's the women's scene in Sydney or Oz in general? Is there a lot of females in the Oz arm wrestling scene?"
I feel like there's more females in New Zealand. Maybe I'm not sure. Like I feel like when I like keep in mind I've only done like one national, so or like my perspective is only like warped to like I've only done a couple of nationals or state
Yeah.
comps, so it's not.
That's
I
ridiculous.
can't really speak for what it's been like, but I feel like it's relatively I feel like smaller. Um, but yeah, they're amazing. There's a lot of strong women in Australia that are really supportive and that show up and always uplifting each other to kind of really push forward. I think just sometimes I think what happens is like I think some just kind of fall off over time, and because it's quite male dominated, I feel like people get really excited and then it kind of dies off a little.
Yeah.
But like the main people that have been competing for a while still pops in here and there for comps and whatnot.
Yeah, I think we need to do more woman events.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
There's too many male events. So hopefully next year we are actually looking to try and do like a all women's event next year, and hopefully attract some Aussie pullers over too. But it'll just be all women's, no males. They
What
could
if
just
I
sit there and
identify as a
support.
woman?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask because you know what the rules like here.
You want
We've
to
got
take
a
my
few of
hair
those
out?
in the club. I was gonna say it to Daddy. We might have a transgender girl for her.
Hey,
No,
you can't
joking, I'm
discriminate,
joking.
man. You can't discriminate.
Exactly.
If I can't get a ranking in the males division, I'll just I don't know transition or something. I'd probably get
Yep.
folded there as well. Ashley will run to my left, and Eddie will run to my right.
Well, but on a serious note, we've got one. If you and Eddie decide to come to Wellington to ease up a match, we definitely have island food there. We've got one specialist who's a specialist cooker.
Yeah.
So you know,
Raw fish.
raw
Raw
fish, cream mussels.
Who's
What
this?
was there?
Charles.
Actually, they'll have a good match, I reckon, Charles.
Who's
I mean,
that?
Kieran,
Oh, true.
Andy, and yeah, that'll be quite interesting. And then you'll have a good feed. There's guaranteed Cook Island style food.
All right. Let's do some wrap up questions, Ben.
Alrighty. We'll start off with you, Andy. There hasn't been. There's no really wrap up questions, but overall, if there's anything that you can change in the style that you do arm wrestling, in terms of your performance, like what would you change? Like what would you do differently? Like your match you had with Felix,
Mm-hmm.
what would you do differently in your next upcoming matches that you would have?
Probably train. Because if I'm being honest, I didn't train at all for that.
That's ridiculous.
So, but I think it just comes down to laziness. If I'm being honest, So it's a lot of it's just table time. Like 2 weeks out, I'll be like, I'll just get my brothers downstairs and be like, oh, we just go through some ready goes and that's about it. But in terms of like training my hand or handles, I don't do any of those.
Oh wow.
Admittedly, yeah.
So is it all the what is it called typing that you've been doing that's been strengthening your grips?
No, I don't even type on a keyboard. It's just because I got.
What are you doing?
Like I get because I have small hands. Like I have like small. People say I have girl hands, girl fingers. So
We got soft fingers, soft hands.
yeah, soft fingers, soft hands. I know. Sometimes I look down. Like my Nettie's got a thicker hand than mine. For
Right.
context.
Do you do similar training to Andy, Nettie? Just table time, no handles or weightlifting.
Yeah, because like Andy pretty much coaches me. Like I think I usually just ask him.
Oh.
Yeah, like I usually just ask him what should we do. Like a lot of like our training was just like random. Like we have a gym called the Yard, and we were just going in the morning and just training, and that's just like a mix of weights and cardio. Like it wasn't really like arm wrestling related. And then there would be like random days where we'll like focus on those things. But yeah, it's a bit random, but like still intentional, I think. But like I think, yeah, I feel like there's a lot more improvement in that department of like actually training properly. I think that could really elevate it instead of kind of being like, oh, you know, here and there.
Mm.
Yeah, it'll change it a lot.
Interesting. Hey, we got a comment from Kieran from the Wellington Arm Wrestling Club. He said he's keen to have a super match with Andy. That's the guy who makes good island food.
Oh, Kieran does.
Yeah.
I heard he's got a half decent hydroponics setup as well.
Might be true.
I'm interested.
Yeah, there you go. There you go,
In the
Kieran.
hydroponics setup, not the
Okay.
not the match.
Definitely would be a interesting setup. And the only reason why I'd say that because Ashley Hiwata had the opportunity to pull with Kieran, and she was saying, you know what, you know who would be a good match for you would be Felix. And it's just it just crossed my mind. I was like, actually, it would be a good match to have with you and Kieran. Whenever he's come to Wellington, you know.
I'm keen, man. I'll never say no to a match. I'll take any match. I don't care if it's like a male or female. You know, these hands are like non-discriminatory. So
I'll make sure the boys know.
yeah, I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to win, but I'll give it a red hot crack for sure.
Oh, it'll be a good match. It'll definitely be a good match. After watching your match that you had with Felix.
Yeah.
So you won that, and that was left-handed that you pulled with Felix.
Felix was right.
Oh, he was right-handed.
Yeah, but my left hand's better than my right.
Okay.
I think Phoenix is left dominant too, so that'll be an interesting match.
Phoenix. I was calling him Felix.
Felix, tomato, sounds the same.
And for yourself, Nettie, what are you going to continue to do to keep yourself consistently or keeping that momentum that you've got now that you've had that big match and won over Ashley? How are you going to continue that momentum? What are you doing moving forward?
I think just like diversifying my skills. I think that's what I really want to get really down in pat. Being able to kind of like do all things, like also like having the knowledge to be able to respond to different people and things like that. Just getting really comfortable in that. Because I think my foundation of my understanding of arm wrestling probably needs to grow a lot more. And I think that's going to take time and more comps and gripping up with more females and things like that. So, yeah, I think it's just being able to diversify my skill set.
Nice.
Oh, we've got a comment there from Benji.
Oh.
I'm listening to this. I'm listening to Nettie, and all of a sudden I see the comment pop up. This guy promote our island plates because they're promoting
Yes.
their,
Yes,
fundraising.
yes. Our top 8 is selling $25 island plates, guys, for next Sunday. So if you haven't bought one yet, get to our Facebook page and order one. There you go. I done it, boys.
Dude, that's so cheap. $25 is really like in Australia for a good island plate. You're looking at $40. That's the standard.
Dang.
Really?
Yeah, that's normal. $40 for like a barbecue plate, island style.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh, well, there you heard it here first, guys. It's pretty cheap. $25 ain't nothing. Let's go.
I will take a match if the other person is willing to pay. I like get food or whatever.
Oh,
Like
yes.
so the loser shouts dinner or whatever it is.
Hey,
Wow.
this will be interesting.
The what are we? What's that phase we're going through? The Korean barbecue is the phase we're going through at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, Korean
Yeah.
barbecue. God,
Yeah.
Kieran's getting me into island food. When you came down last time, Charles, I was like, damn. He actually made it himself with the cream mussels. What else did we have? We had raw fish,
Cassava.
cassava,
Mm.
yeah, and some rice. It was on. It was on. And we had some nice. I think we had some sourdough bread with it.
All right,
Yeah.
Ben. Yeah, I think it's starting to make us so hungry here, mate. Let's stop talking about food. We're meant to be talking about arm wrestling, not island food.
Island food. What island food promotion for fresh meat? All right, guys. Thank you.
My own club mates are calling me out. So
Yeah.
all right, let's wrap it up, Ben.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming on. We're grateful to have you, Andy and Natty, and man upstairs, the Cap, for hosting us. Thank you.
No, I appreciate you guys' time on coming on tonight. And it's good to see what it's like to be in the arm wrestling team as couples.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations on your latest wins on your super matches. Nettie winning her match, and also Andy.
Yeah,
I could picture them riding home together, going woo.
Straight to Hungry
I think I
Jacks.
saw a little clip on the video, Nettie, when you had just won your match, but you just walk straight out into the crowd. Like, what was that? Was that like emotions going through you when you were leaving the table? Like I think what's his name? The cameraman was following you when you were trying to get through the crowd. Like walk out.
I don't know. I'm always like that. Like even when I'm powerlifting, you'll see me like hit like a really like what I consider heavyweight, and I'll just walk out, and everyone's like, "What the?" Like everyone's like screaming and stuff. But I think that's just I'm in my own head. Like everything shuts out. So I think a lot of things are mental for me. I don't really consider where I'm at. It's like game on.
Nice. Would you guys like to say anything else before we finish off, Andy?
Oh no, just thank you for inviting us. Thank you for your time, and you guys actually inspire us. The things that you do with your club, and in the community, even at Bunnings, doing fundraisers, things like that. So we're definitely like taking a page out of that book and trying to apply it over here as well. Because I mean, with Islanders, the best way to get them is food.
Yeah. It's straight to their stomach. That's
Yeah.
the key. You got something to say, maybe?
No, I was just gonna echo what Andy said. Like, we really appreciate you guys giving us this platform, just to speak on things that we're currently doing. But also, we're really inspired. We do watch your stories. We watch all the things that you guys do in New Zealand, for women's sport. Like, it's just amazing, and you're doing really, really a good job. So it's admired from Australia.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that's us, folks. Thank you for guys tuning in to another episode of Inside the Strap. And Remember these two faces, guys? The powerhouse couple, Nitty and Andy. And we'll see you on the next episode. See you later.
Where arm wrestling matters, man.
Oh, yeah, wait, I'm wrestling matters here for sure.
Boom.
Boom.
Hello.
Hey! Oh,
Is that the guy when the shoe came off?
like everything that I could, even if you break my arm or you carry me off, that's literally my mindset at that time. So,
And I'll see you on the next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Oh, where arm wrestling matters.